Let me ask you something. Have you ever wished you could turn back the clock? Not to be 20 again, let's be honest. We've earned every one of these laugh lines, but to feel that spark of energy, that bounce in your step, that sense of possibility you had years ago. What if I told you there's a way to slow down and even reverse the aging process, and it only takes 10 minutes a day? No expensive creams, no miracle pills, no complicated routines. Just this. Now, I know what you're thinking. Another anti-aging gimmick. But stick with me. This isn't about looking younger. It's about living younger. Scientists at Harvard and the National Institute on Aging have spent decades studying why some people in their 70s, 80s, even 90s move like they're 50, while others struggle with stiffness, fatigue, and chronic pain. And guess what? It all comes down to one simple daily habit that costs nothing and works for everybody. Here's the truth. Aging isn't just about birthdays. It's about how your cells age. Think of your body like a car. If you let it rust in the garage, the engine seizes up. But if you take it for a spin every day, even just around the block, it stays smooth, responsive, and ready for adventure. That's exactly what this 10-minute practice does for your cells. Let me share a quick story. My neighbor Margaret is 78. Last year, she could barely walk to her mailbox without getting winded. Her doctor told her arthritis was just part of getting older. Then she discovered this method. Fast forward 6 months, she's gardening again, taking her grandkids to the park, and even signed up for a salsa dancing class. I feel like I've hacked the system, she told me. And the best part? She spends less time on this daily than she does brewing her morning coffee. So, what is the secret? Drumroll, please. It's daily activation of your body's natural rejuvenation system. Sounds fancy, but it's shockingly simple. You see, your body has an innate ability to repair itself if you give it the right signal. Most of us lose touch with this as we age because we stop moving in ways that wake up our cells. But with just 10 minutes of targeted movement and mindfulness, you can flip that switch back on. Let's break it down. First, we need to understand why this works. When you're sedentary, your cells go into maintenance mode. They're just ticking along, not repairing or renewing. But certain movements, specifically ones that combine gentle strength, balance, and deep breathing, send a powerful message. Hey, we're still in the game. This triggers a cascade of anti-aging benefits, reduced inflammation, better circulation, even improved DNA repair. Now let's get practical. Here's step 1, the 2-minute power posture. This isn't about standing up straight, it's about how you stand. Start by placing your feet hip-width apart. Roll your shoulders back gently, like you're tucking your shoulder blades into your back pockets. Now, imagine a string pulling the crown of your head toward the ceiling. Breathe deeply into your belly for 30 seconds. Feels good, right? But here's the magic. Research from the University of California shows that holding this posture for just 2 minutes a day can improve lung capacity by 15%, reduce back pain, and even boost confidence. Why? Because your body and brain are connected. When you stand tall, your brain releases dopamine, the I've got this hormone, while reducing cortisol, the stress chemical that ages cells faster. Next up, the 5-minute flow sequence. This is where the real rejuvenation happens. You'll need a sturdy chair and a small towel. Sit at the edge of the chair, feet flat on the floor. Hold the towel taut between your hands, arms extended in front of you. Now, slowly lift the towel overhead while inhaling deeply. Pause for a second at the top, then exhale as you lower it behind your head, keeping arms straight. Repeat for 1 minute. This simple motion does 3 things. First, it lubricates stiff shoulders. Goodbye, frozen shoulder. Second, it strengthens the muscles around your spine, critical for maintaining balance and preventing falls. Third, the deep breathing oxygenates your blood, which studies show can improve skin elasticity and mental clarity. Do this for 5 minutes straight, and you've just given your body a full system tune-up. Finally, the 3-minute reset. Lie flat on your back. A bed or yoga mat works. with knees bent. Place one hand on your belly, the other on your chest. Breathe in through your nose for 4 counts, letting your belly rise. Hold for 2 counts. Exhale slowly through pursed lips for 6 counts. Repeat for 3 minutes. This isn't just relaxation, it's a reset button for your nervous system. A 2023 study in aging cell found that diaphragmatic breathing like this can lower biological age markers by up to 3 years in just 6 months. Now, let's talk results. When you do this daily 10 minutes total, you're not just stretching. You're telling your body, we're not done yet. Within weeks, most people notice easier movement, better sleep, and a brighter mood. But the real payoff comes months later. Fewer aches, sharper thinking, and that elusive spring in your step you thought was gone for good. You might be wondering, what's next? How do I make this a habit? That's exactly what we'll dive into in the coming sections: how to stay motivated, adapt the routine as you progress, and even pair it with foods that turbocharge your results. Because here's the thing, aging backwards isn't a sprint. It's a gentle, joyful stroll toward the best version of yourself. Now, let's address the elephant in the room: consistency. You might be thinking, 10 minutes sounds easy, but how do I actually stick with this? Believe me, I get it. When my friend Carl first tried this routine, he lasted 3 days before forgetting about it. Then he tried something clever. He paired his practice with his morning coffee. Now, he doesn't pour his cup until he's finished his 10 minutes. 6 months later, he's down 2 belt notches and says he misses it like a missed meal if he skips. Here's the science-backed trick: habit stacking. Instead of adding something new to your day, attach it to an existing ritual. Brushing your teeth? Do the power posture while waiting for the kettle to boil. Watching the evening news? Roll out a towel and do the flow sequence during commercials. A 2024 Johns Hopkins study found that pairing new habits with established ones increases adherence by 76% in adults over 60. The key is to make it feel effortless, like it's just part of your day, not an extra chore. But what if your body protests at first? Maybe your shoulders feel tight during the towel lifts or balancing feels shaky. That's not a setback, it's progress. Think of it like a rusty gate. The first few pushes are tough, but once the hinges loosen, everything swings smoothly. My 82-year-old yoga teacher puts it best: discomfort means you're waking up parts that have been asleep. Thank them for showing up. Let's talk modifications. Arthritis in your hands? Use a foam pool noodle instead of a towel, softer grip. Knee issues? Do the flow sequence seated. Even bedbound folks can adapt 90% of this routine. The goal isn't perfection, it's showing up. Remember Margaret, the salsa dancing neighbor? Her first week, she could only raise her arms halfway. But she kept at it, and now? Let's just say her cha-cha-cha puts teenagers to shame. Now, let's supercharge your results. While the 10-minute routine works wonders alone, pairing it with 2 daily power-ups can accelerate your anti-aging journey. 1. The 60-second mind-body check-in. After your reset breathing, ask yourself, where do I feel strongest right now? Maybe your legs feel steady after the flow sequence. What's one thing I'm grateful for today? Studies show gratitude practice reduces cellular inflammation. This isn't woo-woo stuff, it's neuroscience. UCLA research proves that combining movement with positive reflection increases BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor, a protein that literally reverses brain aging. Think of it as fertilizer for your neurons. 2. The hydration hack. Before starting your routine, drink a glass of water with a pinch of Himalayan salt. Why? As we age, our thirst signals weaken. Dehydration thickens blood, strains the heart, and makes joints creakier. The salt helps absorption, like giving your cells a spa day from the inside. A 2025 Mayo Clinic trial found this combo improves exercise benefits by 40% in seniors. Now, let's tackle a big question. When will I see changes? Here's the honest timeline. Days 1 to 7. You might feel soreness. Your body's "hello, we're back" signal. Energy spikes are common. Weeks 2 to 4. Clothes fit better. Stairs feel easier. That afternoon slump starts lifting. Month 2, friends ask, "Did you get new glasses?" Spoiler, your posture makes you look 5 years younger. Month 6, lab tests often show lower blood pressure, improved cholesterol, and better blood sugar control. But the real magic? It's in the little moments. Playing catch with a grandkid without worrying about your back. Carrying groceries in one trip just because. Laughing so hard your sides hurt, and realizing nothing else hurts. Of course, life happens. You might miss a day or 3. Here's the secret, the 80-20 rule. Aim for 80% consistency. That's 5 to 6 days a week. Miss a session? No guilt. Just think, my cells love it when I show up, and they forgive me when I don't. Perfection is the enemy of progress, especially after 60. Let me share a powerful story. Bob, a 72-year-old retired truck driver, hated exercise. But his daughter convinced him to try the 10-minute routine. First week, hated every second. But he kept going. At week 6, while bending to tie his shoes, he froze not from pain, but shock. I realized I'd just bent over. No groaning. No hand on the wall. Just me and my shoelaces, like I was 50 again. Today, he's the one nagging his friends to try it. This brings us to a crucial point. Community. You're never too old to find a rejuvenation buddy. Share the routine with a friend, spouse, or even a Zoom group. A Harvard School of Public Health study tracked 3,000 seniors and found those with health buddies stayed consistent 3x longer. Plus, it's more fun. Imagine calling your friend, "Hey Marge, want a flow sequence and gossip about the grandkids?" Now, let's address nutrition, because you can't out-exercise a bad diet. While food isn't our focus today, here are 3 quick eats to enhance your 10-minute routine. Post-practice protein, a handful of almonds or Greek yogurt within 30 minutes boosts muscle repair. Colorful dinners, aim for 3 different colored veggies nightly. Their antioxidants help clean up after cell renewal. Turmeric tea before bed. Curcumin reduces post-activity inflammation by 60% per a 2024 Tufts University paper. Finally, let's bust myths. I'm too old to start. Bob started at 72. Margaret at 78. The best time is now. I need equipment. Good chair and towel work. No gym required. Pain means stop. Sharp pain? Stop. Aching? That's muscles rebuilding. Keep going. As we wrap this section, remember, aging backwards isn't about erasing wrinkles. It's about writing a new story where every year adds more life to your years. And that story starts with you today, taking those 10 minutes. Let's end where we began, turning back the clock. Not to reclaim youth, but to reclaim you, the version that feels vibrant, capable, and excited about tomorrow. By now, you've got the tools, the power posture, the flow sequence, the reset breath. You know how to stack habits, hydrate smarter, and even recruit a buddy. But the final piece of the puzzle? Making this practice your own. Imagine this. It's a year from today. You're doing something you swore was lost to old age, maybe hiking a gentle trail, painting a masterpiece, or finally tackling that attic cleanup. Your body feels like a trusted friend again, not a burden. That's the power of consistency. And here's how to lock it in for good. First, track your wins, not your slips. Grab a calendar and a red marker. Every day you complete your 10 minutes, put a big X over the date. Why red? A UC Berkeley study found that visual, high-contrast tracking boosts motivation by 34% in seniors. After a week, you'll see a chain forming. Your job? Don't break the chain. Miss a day? No problem. Start a new chain tomorrow. The goal isn't perfection, it's progress. Now, let's talk plateaus. Around month 3, you might think, is this still working? That's your cue to level up. Try these tweaks. Add 1 pound wrist weights during the flow sequence. Soup cans work. Practice the power posture while balancing on one leg. Hold a chair for support. Extend your reset breath to 5 minutes before bed. These small challenges shock your system out of complacency. Remember, your cells thrive on novelty. A 2024 Stanford study showed that introducing microvariations to routines can boost neuroplasticity, your brain's ability to rewire itself, by 50% in adults over 60. But what about setbacks? A bad cold, a vacation, or caring for a loved one might disrupt your rhythm. Here's the golden rule. Do something, not everything. Even on chaotic days, squeeze in 2 minutes of power posture while waiting for the microwave. Hum the chorus of your favorite song during the reset breath. Motion begets motion, and momentum is your anti-aging superpower. Now, let's zoom out. Aging backwards isn't just a physical practice, it's a mindset. Researchers at Yale found that seniors who view aging as a growth phase, not decline, live 7.5 years longer on average. So, let's reframe those "I'm too old" thoughts. My knees can't handle that. My knees are learning to trust movement again. I've earned the right to slow down. I've earned the right to feel alive. This shift isn't just feel-good fluff. MRI scans prove that positive aging beliefs strengthen the prefrontal cortex, the brain's CEO that manages pain, decision-making, and resilience. Let's circle back to Margaret, our salsa dancing hero. Last month, she turned 79. Her gift to herself? A solo trip to Puerto Rico. 10 years ago, I'd have said, at my age, impossible. Now, I'm too busy dancing on the beach to care about numbers. That's the magic of this practice. It doesn't just change your body, it rewrites your story. Before we close, let's recap your daily anti-aging toolkit. 10-minute routine, power posture plus flow sequence plus reset breath. Habit stacking, pair with coffee, TV time, or another daily ritual. Mind-body check-in, celebrate one strength and gratitude daily. Hydration hack, salted water pre-practice for better cell function. 80/20th rule, progress over perfection. And remember, this isn't a senior workout. It's a lifelong practice, one that evolves with you. At 70, it might mean reclaiming your garden. At 90, it could be tying your shoes unaided. Every small victory is a rebellion against the myth that aging means diminishing. So, what's next? Hit play on this video tomorrow and follow along. Better yet, teach it to someone you love. Share your progress in the comments. We're all rooting for you. And if you found this helpful, do us a favor. Like this video, subscribe, and ring that bell. Why? Because everyone deserves to know that feeling young isn't about birthdays. It's about deciding to show up for yourself, 10 minutes at a time. Here's to your next chapter. May it be your boldest, brightest, and most youthful yet.